Oh, hey everybody, good morning. Center for Effective Living Community. It's Valerie Ling, clinical psychologist and director of the practice, here wishing you a very lovely morning. It's been a while since I've hopped on, and I thought I would give you a glimpse into something that ran through my mind this morning. And I thought maybe if it was something that was helpful to me, it could be helpful to you as well. So yesterday I had a rather big day. I've had my ankle, I did something dramatic to my ankle 3 weeks ago, and I've been dealing with the discouragement that comes from being physically compromised and dealing with, slower timelines and frustration. And on Sunday, I actually noticed that my irritation levels were higher. And this was a bit strange because I've actually now been off the crutches and been encouraged to move on my ankle, but I was actually quite cranky on Sunday, really, really cranky. And I realized that I was actually crankier being off the crutches because when I was on the crutches, I thought that I had a legitimate reason that validates that, I'm slower, I need help. Whereas when you don't have your crutches, there's no physical indication that you're still not really 100%, and things are much slower, and you get a little bit disappointed when people aren't offering to help. But then at the same time, you think, well, I can ask for help. You know what? That was a parallel for me on Sunday to actually really think about mental health, about how mental health issues, because they're not visible, sometimes we may actually feel like we can't say anything, and sometimes we might actually feel disappointed and discouraged when we don't get the help, or we don't get the compassion or the empathy that we would like to have. And of course, Are You OK Day is coming up. It's a time of the year where we actually pause to remember that we want to check in with one another and ask the question, are you okay? So this morning, after my revelation on Sunday about why I was feeling grumpy and cranky, things didn't necessarily improve because I found myself going through quite a few tricky situations yesterday that just got me feeling a sense of, well, helplessness, really. And as it would pan out, right smack in the middle of my day, I also had Demi, who is our administrative assistant, working from our home office, creating some things for the practice. And I want to show you what she created, because this morning it actually really helped me. Demi created some glitter jars. Have you ever seen glitter jars before? I'm going to show you, but I think to have the full effect, you need to actually have the light shining. Look at that. Glitter jars, right? Demi created a whole bunch of these things as a mindfulness activity. Let's see if I can bring that a little closer and you can see. Ooh. Now, some of the glitter jars that we made, I don't think this one has it. We might have to add it. We've actually put some lovely confetti in as well, so that you can trace the beautiful confetti as it comes down. So we will have a blog article up on this, so stay tuned for what you do with this, how you can make this for yourself. There's an actual recipe. Now, I actually had 15 of these bottles sitting in my home, made up by Demi. And this morning, because I could just feel my brain was going to explode, I decided to take a glitter jar and just have it in front of me and watch it mindfully and actually have a look at how the light actually interacts with that. And the idea was to just slow down my breathing and just really marvel and watch as the glitter travels down and kind of tumbles along in the solution and slow things down. Well, that was a lovely way for me to start the morning. Sometimes it's very difficult for me to do mindfulness exercises, but that opened up the possibility for me to actually say, do you know what? Rather than running headlong into the problem that I needed to tackle this morning, that was causing me some angst, what would happen if I actually shifted the weight of my thinking and my focus to another area of my life? And right now I am enjoying experimenting with different kinds of foods And so I actually took the opportunity for an hour to do something that was really different. And that was to just mindfully prep some food for the week, just mindfully looking at the colors, feeling the textures, inhaling the freshness of the food that I was actually handling, and slowing down my breathing. Now, this was something totally different. I don't usually do this. I'm not usually in the kitchen in the morning, but because I had slowed down my mind with the glitter jar, I was able to take on the possibility that if I didn't continue into a rushed, troubled, sort of up here mode and just allowed my senses to settle into an expansive space, that it would be all right and I would enjoy it. And you know what? It was a fantastic alternate thing for me to do this morning, to just slow down and have some moments of mindfulness just in my kitchen. So I wonder what you might do. It might be in the garden. It could be with a particular art or creative space that you could be in. Would love to hear how you have shifted the weight of your focus a little bit with something mindful. Have a great day.